All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Filing of nominations for assembly elections in Maharashtra and Haryana to end this evening. Detained political leaders in Kashmir to be released one by one after reviewing individual cases, says advisor to Jammu and Kashmir Governor. Securing affordable and sustainable energy is the top priority for India, says Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. Reserve Bank to announce its bi-monthly monetary policy for current fiscal today. Country's first corporate train, Lucknow-Delhi Tejas Express, to be flagged off this morning. And in women's cricket, India defeats South Africa by 5 wickets in 5th T20, take unassailable 3-0 lead in 6-match series. The filing of nominations for assembly elections in Maharashtra and Haryana will end today. The scrutiny will take place tomorrow. The candidates can withdraw their nominations till the 7th of this month. The polling will be held on 21st of October and the counting of votes will take place on the 24th. Our Mumbai correspondent has filed a report on filing of nominations in Maharashtra.
Mega roadshows were held across many parts of Maharashtra yesterday as candidates including ministers, sitting MLAs and other political heavyweights filed their nominations. Shiv Sena youth leader Aditya Thackeray, BJP's Chandrakant Dada Patil and NCP's Dhananjay Munde and Jitendra Ahad were among the key leaders who filed their nominations yesterday. Sitting ministers from the BJP, including Pankaja Munde, Girish Mahajan, Suresh Khade and Subhash Deshmukh, former Chief Minister and Congress candidate Prithviraj Chauhan also filed his nomination. Meanwhile, the BJP yesterday released its third list of candidates, which had 4 names. With Sonali, this is Sweety Jain, AIR News, Mumbai.
Our Chandigarh correspondent takes a look at the filing of nominations in Haryana.
186 candidates have filed their nomination papers, which include the names of Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal, Haryana former Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda, Congress National Spokesman Randeep Singh Surjewala, Senior BJP Leader Ramvilas Sharma, BJP State President Subhash Barala, Abhay Chautala of Indian National Lokdal, and Dushyant Chautala of Jan Naik Janata Party. Various other prominent candidates have also filed their nomination papers. Scrutiny of nomination papers would be done tomorrow, and the nomination papers could be withdrawn by 7th of October. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, AIR News, Chandigarh.
The BJP has announced its candidates for by-polls to 2 Rajya Sabha seats from Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Party spokesman Sudhanshu Trivedi will be the candidate from Uttar Pradesh and former Lok Sabha member Satish Dubey will be the candidate from Bihar. The seats were vacant due to death of former Finance Minister Arun Jaitley and former Law Minister Ram Jethmalani. Political leaders in Kashmir who have been placed under house arrest after the abrogation of Article 370 on 5th of August will be released one by one after reviewing individual cases. This was stated by Farooq Khan, advisor to the Jammu and Kashmir Governor in Jammu yesterday. On Wednesday, around a dozen of top opposition leaders of the Jammu region were allowed to move out of their homes to resume their political activities. The lifting of restrictions on movements of Jammu opposition leaders came ahead of the first Block Development Council elections in the state scheduled for 24th of this month. Now we go over live to our Jammu correspondent Ramesh Raina. Ramesh, what further detail do you have for our listeners about the release of political leaders of Kashmir?
Anuja, barely 2 days after ending the detention of various opposition leaders of Jammu province, state government is contemplating to release all the political leaders who have been detained or who are under house arrest in Kashmir Valley in a phased manner. Yesterday, advisor to Governor Farooq Khan, who was in Jammu, he said that every individual political leader under detention in Kashmir will be released after proper analysis and review. The advisor ruled out that the militancy has increased in the state after scrapping up special status to the state.
Ramesh, all higher secondary schools across the valley opened yesterday. What is the latest update you have for us on that?
Anuja, I can say that the situation in Kashmir Valley is absolutely normal, and all the schools up to the higher secondary level have reopened in Kashmir Valley from yesterday, while colleges are scheduled to reopen from October 9. I may add here that there are no restrictions anywhere in Kashmir Valley. There are proper signs of normalcy with the massive jams witnessed in Srinagar city, and the shops are opening, and people are thronging to these shops to make the purchases. Anuja.
Thank you, Ramesh, for that update. The Army has organized a 2-day recruitment rally in the state in a bid to attract more youth towards the force. The drive was held for the first time after the abrogation of Article 370 on 5th of August. More than 2,000 youth participated in the rally, which began at Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regimental Centre at Rangreth yesterday. The recruitment drive will continue today. Talking to reporters, Brigadier S.R. Sharma said the number of participants was huge compared to the previous recruitments. Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said securing affordable and sustainable energy is a top priority for India. Speaking at the World Economic Forum's India Economic Summit in New Delhi, he said the price volatility and concerns about sustained oil supplies have made consuming countries vulnerable, given the fact that India, along with most South Asian countries, have a major dependency on crude oil and gas imports. The minister said this has a lot to do with the emergence of India as third largest energy consumer in the world and the fact that India is playing a leading role globally by implementing several transformative initiatives to reduce energy poverty in the country. Speaking at the session, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said the relationship between India and United States is better than never before. While agreeing that there are challenges, he added that India and US are engaging in a healthy way to improve trade relations. US Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross, who also participated in the session, indicated that a trade deal between the two economies will happen soon. He also made it clear that the United States' focus is not just on reducing trade deficit, but also on increasing the total trade with India. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts and News on AIR app. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, will announce its fourth bi-monthly policy for the current fiscal today. There is widespread expectation that RBI's Monetary Policy Committee, headed by Governor Shaktikant Das, will slash benchmark interest rate to give a fillip to the economy. More from our correspondent.
Experts and industry feel low inflation provides enough headroom for the RBI to further lower the policy rate, especially when festive season has just started. Besides, experts feel that the further reduction of repo rate will not only bring down the lending rates but also incentivize investment and boost consumption. The government's fiscal space has been squeezed on account of cut-in rates of corporate tax as well as lowering of GST rate on various goods. With liquidity concerns in the NBFC sector almost taken care of, the real estate sector too is hopeful that the RBI will go in for rate cut to boost demand for affordable housing. Sweetie Jain, AR News, Mumbai.
The Economic Offence Wing of the Mumbai Police has arrested two directors of the Housing Development Infrastructure Limited HDIL for their alleged involvement in the Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative PMC Bank scam. Rakesh Wadhwan and his son Sarang Wadhwan, accused of loan default, were arrested after detailed interrogation. Properties worth 3,500 crore rupees of HDIL have also been frozen. A special investigation team has also been formed to probe the charges. Union Minister for Food and Consumer Affairs Ram Vilas Paswan has said the prices of onion have started cooling down in both retail and wholesale markets in some parts of the country after the government banned exports of the key kitchen staple and imposed stock limits on traders. Talking to reporters in New Delhi, Mr. Paswan said, out of the central buffer stock of 56,000 tons of onion, 18,000 ton has been disposed of, and that about 15,000 ton has dried owing to moisture loss. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has said fake news is more dangerous than paid news, and there is a need for the government and the media to combat it jointly. In an interaction with journalists of a news agency in New Delhi, the minister said fake news has to be stopped, and it is not just the government's job, it is everybody's job. Talking about paid news, Mr. Javadekar said it is unethical and the media community has to stop it. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari has directed officials of National Highways Authority of India (NHAI) to speed up the implementation of projects through faster decision-making and stricter monitoring. Mr. Gadkari held a day-long review of the progress of NHAI projects in New Delhi yesterday. Re-emphasizing Prime Minister Narendra Modi's stress on the need for fast growth of infrastructure, he said there is an urgent need to develop a positive, transparent and corruption-free working system. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will flag off the country's first corporate train, Lucknow-Delhi Tejas Express, this morning. The flagging off function will be held at Lucknow Junction. The commercial run of the train will start from tomorrow. The train offers passengers a more comfortable and fastest ride experience between Lucknow and Delhi. Now we go over live to our correspondent Sushil Chandra Tiwari, who is at Lucknow railway station. Sushil, how is this Tejas Express different from other trains?
Well, Anuja, this is the first train of country whose ticket booking and passenger services will be provided by IRCTC. And people are going to get many premium facilities like refund of money in case of delay, travel insurance up to 25 lakhs, full refund of waitlisted tickets booking till 2 minutes before departure, and tea coffee vending machines, call bell and toilet indicator facilities in the train. Very soon there will be onboard ATMs in the train and people will get baggage pick and drop facilities like flight also. So one can say that it is going to give flight-like experience on rail track. Anuja?
And Sushil, what will be the fare and timings of the Lucknow-Delhi Tejas Express?
Anuja, IRCTC is eyeing on business class passengers through this train, who will be getting more comfortable options than premium Shatabdi between Lucknow and Delhi. The fare for Lucknow to New Delhi Tejas Express will be 1,125 for AC chair car and 2,310 rupees for executive chair car, which is high from Shatabdi, but low than the flight fares. Train will run 6 days in a week except Tuesday and will leave Lucknow at 6:10 a.m. in morning and will reach Delhi at 12:25 afternoon. Similarly, train will depart from Delhi at 3:35 afternoon and will reach Lucknow at 22 hours 5 minutes in night. And there will be no Tatkal quota, but IRCTC will follow a flexi fare scheme for the train. Today is the inaugural run only and commercial run will begin from tomorrow. Anuja?
Thank you, Sushil, for that update. Delhi Metro's Dwarka-Najafgarh corridor will be open for public today. Over 4-kilometer long grey line will connect urban village area of Najafgarh to the rapid transit network. The flagging off ceremony will be held in the afternoon and passenger services on the section will commence from 5 p.m. In cricket, Indian women's team defeated South Africa by 5 wickets in the 5th T20 yesterday, taking an unassailable 3-0 lead in the 6-match series. With 2 games being completely washed out, the series was extended from 5 to 6 matches, and India needed to win yesterday's match to clinch the series. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Sarabjit Kaur.
Thank you, Anuja. Almost all the dailies have covered the news of RBI raising the withdrawal limit for PMC bank depositors to 25,000 rupees. The Times of India says HDIL's father-son promoters arrested in PMC bank fraud. A Hindustan Times headline states, government to set up university for sports dedicated to giving degrees in sports. With students showing disinclination for engineering courses, the Tribune reports 63.9% engineering seats vacant in Himachal. The dailies have also reported of security being beefed up across national capital after intelligence inputs about a possible terror strike. And finally, in a move to help bridge shortage of pilots, Airports Authority of India's disused airfields may be turned into pilot academies, says the Economic Times. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Sarabjit. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Filing of nominations for assembly elections in Maharashtra and Haryana to end this evening. Detained political leaders in Kashmir to be released one by one after reviewing individual cases, says advisor to Jammu and Kashmir Governor. Securing affordable and sustainable energy is a top priority for India, says Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. Reserve Bank to announce its bi-monthly monetary policy for current fiscal today. Country's first corporate train, Lucknow-Delhi Tejas Express, to be flagged off this morning. And in women's cricket, India defeats South Africa by 5 wickets in 5th T20, take unassailable 3-0 lead in 6-match series. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.